ACW International Championship. Introducing first the challenger, weighing 177 pounds, hailing from Gotham City, the executioner, Tyler Rosfield.
Oh my God.
Let's get on your feet and make some noise!
His opponent from Hurricane, West Virginia, ACW's International Champion, it's your boy, GenZ!
Hello there, Appalachian Championship Wrestling fans. Welcome back to the Red Barn here at Winfield Riding Club. This is the 5th Barnyard Beatdown, and we are getting things started off with an excellent match here between GenZ and Tyler Rosfield. Set to be an exciting start to the annual big occasion.
Yeah, Mike Kelly here with Nikki Walters. We are starting off hot with a title match. GenZ defending the ACW International title against the executioner, Tyler Rosfield.
We're very close to GenZ's hometown, so he's got lots of fans here in the crowd. We've had a great turnout for this year's Barnyard Beatdown. I think arguably the biggest crowd we've ever had here at this event, and I think that's because the word is getting out to people how fun the Barnyard Beatdown is, because you know, all the rules are off the table. We are in a barn. You know, how serious can we be at this event in particular? So things that don't go in those high school gymnasiums or in the parking lots at the B-dubs, they go down here in the Red Barn at Winfield.
Yeah, these things usually get a little wilder, as you can tell by looking at the crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, look at some of the people that come out for this thing, man.
For context, if you're watching this and it's not, you know, current, this is we have a Halloween costume contest every year, and as you can see, people have embraced it solidly. This year's challenge to people was to come dressed as your favorite wrestler. So the top prize at our costume contest is going to go to the best wrestling themed costume. Bonus points if you dress like somebody from our roster. So we're hoping that people really bring it.
I seen an okay costume earlier. You were saying you saw a good Ron Mathis costume.
I spied with my eye as he walked in. I was up front bumming for money.
But we
for
also
the horse rescue.
We also have Scariest, and I couldn't help but think about that when I seen Art the Clown and Ghostface sitting together in the front row. I didn't even know that they were friends, Nikki.
I'm like super tired after a long day of being here. We had a horse show earlier today, and then, you know, came right over here to start collecting donations at the door, and looking around at all these costumes. It's like, did someone spike my like soda? because it's like out of body being here in a barn in the dirt arena watching wrestling while simultaneously seeing all these costumes. So it's like
a bunch of your favorite stuff all kind of like rolled up into one big like
favorite holiday, favorite hobby, favorite animal, like all in one place.
So this being the 5th one, it just kind of blows my mind that it's been 5 years since the first one. It seems like that first one we did, it seems like it was the other day in some ways.
And what a wild idea this was. You know, I already had this venue for horse events that we had been doing, and you know, we had some vacant time in the evenings on Saturday. I'm paying for the venue anyway, and so, you know, from that came that idea among us to why not have a wrestling show.
So if there's any newer viewers out there that aren't aware of the dynamics going at work here, Nikki Walters runs the West Virginia Horse Network, which is a
501c3 nonprofit equine rescue organization here in West Virginia. We've been around since 2014. So I do that and then also do wrestling related things. And so, the idea for the Barnyard Beatdown was kind of born from I was already doing something here.
So, the way I remember it, when the first one went down, you do your annual big event
right
in October at the Winfield Riding Club.
For our anniversary, which is October 20th every year.
And where you rent the whole thing, we had access to this barn.
Right, why not?
And it's like, hey, let's, me and Moose were talking, it's like, let's put on a show for Nikki. And for everything that she does for Appalachian Championship Wrestling, and make it a charitable event to where the guests can contribute and whatever they're able to afford. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's still free to the public, so if your finances are tight,
it's by donation.
Yeah, by donation.
Whatever you're able to give.
Yeah. If you can, if things are too tight, you can't afford to give. If you give anything, that's cool. Come on down and bring some good vibes and good energy. If you can afford $5, if you can afford 20, whatever you can afford, and it's going to go towards this great cause of helping and feeding some of these. Is it correct to call them underprivileged horses? Is that?
Not always, but generally speaking, yes. Sometimes horses have had a nice life and their owner just wants to give them to us so that we can find them a new home. But for the most part, yes, the horses are mistreated.
But yeah, if anybody that was not familiar with the Barnyard Beatdown was kind of wondering what all this crazy stuff going on, you got a wrestling ring in a barn and a bunch of people dressed up in Halloween costumes. Like, I could see that being people having questions,
being a WTF moment. But that is how we ended up here.
Yeah. And here we are 5 years later still doing it. It's pretty awesome.
And we love this show because, it's we always, like I said, just go all out on this one. And then also where you and I are both kind of hardcore wrestling fans by nature, we always make sure to incorporate that into the show as well, which we have coming up here in a little while with the return of Madman Pondo.
Right, Madman Pondo returns to ACW, challenging handsome Nick Hamrick for the Super H title in the main event. But yeah, speaking of hardcore wrestling, we've had some heavy hitters here at the barn over the years. We've had the Bev. We've had
Bobby Beverly. Yes, yeah.
Bobby Beverly, the Bev, a former ACW heavyweight champion. We've had Otis Coger, and now Madman Pondo. Making his return to ACW, making his debut at the Barnyard Beatdown.
Right.
As this match underway, we got GenZ defending the ACW International title against Tyler Rosfield. And Tyler Rosfield, a student, a graduate of the Power Slam Academy, trained by Chance Prophet. And he's been making some waves in the Appalachian region. Last time we saw him on ACW Live, he was up against Facade, challenging him for the Pro Wrestling Conquest Imperial title. And now he's challenging GenZ for the international title. And this young man, very driven as he kicks on that injured hand of GenZ. But GenZ very driven in his own right. And it's been quite a 2025 for GenZ. I mean, it hasn't been all that long ago at the beginning of the summer when Zayden Kane, GenZ's mentor, betrayed him, stabbed him in the back. But then very shortly thereafter, GenZ with a measure of revenge by defeating Zayden Kane for that international title in a no-holds-barred match, which I don't think that whole deal ended up working out the way that Zayden thought it would. Zayden was trying to crush this young man's spirit, and instead I think it basically awoken a sleeping beast, and GenZ has been very determined.
I mean, he could have let it go either way. He could have let it defeat him. He could have let it, dissipate his love for wrestling. But instead, he dug deep, and he showed what happens when the chips are down. He turned lemons into lemonade, and we saw him really use that for self-growth, to grow himself to the next level, and then, of course, to elevate himself in the ring as well. And it has to make the people, the local fan base here that has watched GenZ kind of come up from being a fan ringside to being the one in the ring. It has to make them feel good to see the determination in this guy.
Oh, yeah. And let's not forget, he's been about a year and a half or so removed from high school. Mm-hmm. When I say he's a young man, he's a very young man.
Right.
I mean, I don't even think he's 20 yet.
And that's a lot of adversity to face so young, to be betrayed by your mentor in front of your hometown crowd. Which
right, in front of his family. In front of his family.
His mother, that's a big challenge for somebody his age to face with the determination and grace that he has. So I think we're really seeing what he's made of as a person.
Well, he's definitely has handled this situation with determination and grace, but also with grit and resolve, which is as he double axe handle smashes Tyler Rosfield. As he has definitely grown. He was scrapping and clawing his way up the rung of the championship ladder. That was an amazing move. As he goes for it, a pin, only a 2 count. But and you see the young man that he was, and now, but this version of GenZ is a different version.
This is a contender,
Yeah.
This is a contender.
He's the ACW International Champion, but I think he has his sights set on even bigger prizes. Mainly that ACW heavyweight title, currently held by Kane and Christopher.
And when you're able to kind of override your emotions in the way that he had to get through that situation with Zayden Kane, that really does elevate your ability to face anything.
But let's not be looking past Tyler Rosfield as he just absolutely just knocks GenZ loopy on that turnbuckle, because it's Tyler Rosfield as he slings GenZ across the ring. Tyler Rosfield could just bring this whole train to a complete stop if he was to capture his international title from GenZ tonight at the Barnyard Beatdown.
Those chops are reverberating here in this barn.
Oh, absolutely. As he just slings Rosfield over. But Rosfield lands on his feet. And then, as they battle for a backslide. And then look at the agility of these two young men. Oh, a cutter! GenZ just caught him with a cutter, Nikki. And rolls over on him. He just hooked that leg. Jim Lawrence with a 2 count. As Tyler Rosfield kicking out at 2. Tyler's actually got a few fans here, Nikki.
Yeah.
That close.
But I think Z's crowd may be a little loud.
Yeah. I think Tyler's got some fans, but Z's got a lot more. By the sounds of it, as a big cannonball into the corner, and now GenZ slinging him out. And we've seen this before. GenZ is going up top. and just lands right smack dab on top of Rosfield, and a big win for the defending ACW International Champion, GenZ.
The International Champion, GenZ.
Yeah. I'm like, oh God, oh my God.
Oh, hey, put him in front, and I'll kick him right down. And that is on all day.
Our next contest, one fall, is a 7-person scramble match.
Let's go.
Introducing first, from some beach, somewhere, it's Lifeguard Ross.
What's up, everybody?
Introducing next, the Hollywood Vampire, Tyler Jaxx. Next, from Fayetteville, West Virginia, the world's most okay wrestler.
Oh yeah. Get my shot good, Becky. Get her real good. Boom, 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 boom.
Introducing next, the Exposure, Layne, Cali. Introducing next, from Maine, West Virginia, she is the ACW Women's Champion, the Hidden Gem, Mika!
Oh yeah, baby.
Introducing next, from Raleigh, North Carolina, here is the Carolina Devil, Jack Sharp.
Come on. Hey, you want some big boy up there? Come on, hey. Come on.
And their opponent, from Maitland, West Virginia, he's one half of the Unified Tag Team Champions, the Wrestling Machine, Corey Sparks.
Adam getting a little spooky. I love that jacket. He dusts that thing off every year for the Halloween season, and it's great to have Adam back. It's great to have Adam having fun in there, getting into the Halloween spirit. And one thing about the Barnyard Beatdown, we like to go big. And what's bigger than a 6-pack scramble? How about having a 7-person scramble?
Right, Mika in there holding their own so far with a lot of the men, and that's the thing about Mika. It doesn't matter who her opponent is; she shows up 100% fearless all the time.
She ain't scared of no man, woman, child, nothing.
She's happy to kick your ass no matter who you are. So,
Becky, PG-13.
hey, we are in a barn, and I can say ass, and it is fine.
Oh, because it means donkey. That's right.
Yes.
Anywho.
That, and we do what we want in the barn. Okay.
So, all right. Anyway, like the fans are continuing. It's awesome. We got fans continuing to filter into the barn.
Yeah.
This place is continuing to fill up more. everybody is absolutely thrilled to see fan favorites Mika and Corey Sparks. Maybe not so much thrilled about the return of Jaxx Sharp, which has been a few years since we've seen Jaxx Sharp. Actually, as he slams Mika down the mat. But it's probably been about 3 years since we've seen Jaxx Sharp, a.k.a. last time we seen him, he was known as Graham Lethal. And he's back in ACW. We got Tyler Jaxx. We got Lifeguard Ross. We got Layne, Cali. And we got OK. 7 people in this scramble. And this thing could just go. I don't know if there's a favorite in this one.
Right. There's lots of key contenders. And, and then we also have, at least 2 people in this match that have belts around their waist, too.
Right,
so,
right. Oh, yeah. We got the ACW Women's Champion, as well as the Regatta Pro and the All-Star Wrestling Women's Champion, Mika. Oh, did you see OK with that dive? Wow. And then we got Corey Sparks, one half of the tag champs. So yeah, this thing could go any number of ways. It could go 7. I don't know.
Here goes Lifeguard Ross.
Lifeguard Ross with an amazing dive. Just taking everybody out. Looks like there's been a car crash outside the ring. And now we got Jaxx Sharp. He's measuring them up. He's looking. And then Jaxx Sharp with a dive. Wow, this thing, it didn't take long to start breaking down, Nikki Walters. And now, look, we got Corey. Just absolutely just knocking him out. That looks like a bunch of bowling pins.
He's laying on his feet, ready to go after taking out all of his opponents at once. And I really feel like we need to pause this like 2 seconds and give a shout out to our referee for this match, Terry.
Oh, Terry, kid, he's been absolutely just busting his hump for ACW for years. And he's in there calling it straight down the middle. Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of referee Terry. And it's good to see him in there getting it done, Nikki. Hey, now Terry kid, he used to do little bit of like tough man fighting. He was known as the Redneck Kid back in the day. Were you aware of that?
I think I've seen him at least one of his fights. Yes.
Yeah, well go out of your way. Try to catch some of his promos. Very entertaining. As Mika. Oh, but Jaxx Sharp taking Mika out with that drop kick. And now Sharp. He got caught by Corey, and Corey with that belly to back suplex. And another one. And we know Corey likes to do these in 3s. And he's going to try to. But then, okay, Jaxx Sharp grabbed on to Tyler Jaxx. And then Tyler grabbed OK. And Corey, he's still struggling. And now Mika's in on it. Mika's in on it now. And then here comes Lifeguard Ross. Wait a minute. Corey, he just suplexed them all, Nikki. He just suplexed the whole bunch of them. That was insane. I ain't never seen nothing like it.
I mean, he had...
but here comes Layne Cali. Layne Cali, the only one. Layne Cali going for the pin. Very opportunistic of Layne Cali. And now going for the pin on Mika. What a feather in the cap of young Layne Cali. If he could somehow pull out a win in this one. We've seen Layne a few times in ACW. It's been a few months. But getting a win in this one would put you right up at the top of the ladder of contention. Championship committee's always watching these scrambles now. Wow, this thing. I'm tired just watching this. And now you got OK was hammering at Layne. But now Layne bouncing off those ropes, getting some momentum. Oh, come on, man. That's very rude. Disrespectful. But, those mind games, they can get under some people's skin. But it don't look like OK's been too. He's not affected by it. He's just hammering Layne Cali with those blows. Look at that knee right to the chin of Layne. Then Layne catching OK right in the breadbasket, and then that kick right to the back of OK's head. Picking him up in a fisherman suplex. And that was like kind of like a combination of a fisherman suplex and a brain buster. Oh, Corey Sparks with that spear. Corey with that spear. And then you got Tyler Jaxx just caught Corey with a kick. And Corey's seeing stars. Watch out, here comes Lifeguard Ross catching Tyler with a kick, and off the ropes, a leg drop to the back of Tyler Jaxx head. Now you got Jack Sharp. Oh my, did you see the impact and the way that landed on his head? Watch out, here comes Mika. Mika sizing it up. Jack Sharp just blasted him upside the head with that kick. And then watch it. The impact of that. And now Mika going for a pin. Your winner of the 7-person scramble, Mika.
Here is your winner, the Appalachian Championship Wrestling Women's Champion, the Hidden Gem, Mika. We're going to keep things going. Our next contest is a special 6-man tag team attraction scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making their way to the ring from Columbus, Ohio, the team of Jack Andrew and Chris Copeland, the awesome Odyssey. Their partner, accompanied by Laura Page from the 614. Here is the Problem Child, Jaden Kane.
I do my thing, they know my name, I'm running this game like I've been chasing this fame. They gon' remember the name, they gon' remember Zane.
And their opponents, representing the new triple threat. First, from Chillicothe, Ohio, the team of DDTrash Raw Next, and the mobile home wrecker, Rosfield DDTrash. And their partner, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, he is the ACW original, the franchise, Shane Douglas.
Franchise!
Nikki, I just saw that awesome Ron Mathis costume that you were talking about.
Yeah, caught my eye as soon as he walked into the to the Red Barn today, and that same young man, if he looks familiar, he was Cody Rhodes last year.
Yeah, he won the whole shebang last year,
Right.
didn't he?
And his costume, like, completely committed to it, on point. He had the tattoo, the neck tattoo, the whole 9 yards. So this kid, like, owns Halloween. 100%.
Well, he won it last year. With that costume, I'd say he's got a good chance of getting the top prize this year, too. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. And how about this mystery opponent that came out with Awesome Odyssey? I don't know that I saw that coming. I probably should have, but I didn't.
So, to give everyone at home some context here, Nick Hamrick and Shane Douglas have been going to war in 2025 after Nick stabbed Shane in the back. They've been going back and forth, tag team, singles, grudge matches. And Nick Hamrick, he's got his hands full tonight defending that Super H title against Madman Pondo. And as we saw a few weeks ago in Dayton, Nick, he's been getting some of his henchmen, some paid thugs, to go after Shane, trying to knock Shane out of the picture. It's almost like there's a bounty on Shane's head. And he got Awesome Odyssey and a mystery partner. That mystery partner just happens to be Zayden Kane. Zayden Kane and Awesome Odyssey going up against Shane Douglas and DDTrash. And accompanying Zayden Kane, this is her first appearance, Laura Page in Zayden's corner. And something tells me before it's all said and done, she's going to look to involve herself in this match.
I'm sure
I just
in
got
some way
a
or another.
sneaking suspicion.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of whispering going on between the two of them, so there's probably some shenanigan afloat. And then, DDTrash, no stranger to battling Awesome Odyssey. We've seen them throw down many times during our summers of ACW at the B-Dubs. So we know that they know each other well. Shane Douglas maybe not as familiar with Awesome Odyssey, but we know DDTrash knows every trick they have up their sleeve and vice versa.
Well, but then you have the problem child. Zayden Kane is kind of the wild card in this one.
Yeah.
I'd say the strategy on their side is Shane spanking Chris Copeland.
I mean,
he probably should have got a few more of them when he was growing up. Maybe he wouldn't have turned out so rotten. But we got DDTrash once again teaming up with Shane. And those were his partners in Dayton. It seems to be an alliance there as Shane and DDTrash, kind of the new triple threat in ACW. As you see, they've even got some gear special to the occasion with the franchise. Oh, it was Bruce with a headbutt to the nether regions of Chris Copeland.
I almost said a word, but I'm not.
Let's try to keep it under
It's
control.
my party, and I'll cuss if I want to.
Please, Dickie.
It's my party, and I'll cuss if I want to.
Becky Hicks, who is our main videographer and edits these things. Becky, you might have to do some bleeping.
Yeah.
You might have to do some bleeping on this video.
But they had referee McLovin distracted, and he didn't see any of what just took place.
Ronnie bouncing all but Zayden Kane catching Ronnie with a knee, but Ronnie, that just didn't do nothing but make him mad. And now Ronnie, he's running out there, and I knew that this Laura Page would get involved before it was all said and done. Copeland with a dive, taking out, sending Mathis into the front row. And now they just threw Ron Mathis back in there and just on top, just hammering down with fists to the head and face of Ron Mathis.
You can interrupt me if you need to, but just real quickly, my friend Elizabeth, who helps put on all of our events here on this special weekend, her daughter is expecting, and her daughter knows how crazy the Barnyard Beatdown gets, and so she refrained from sitting in the front row because she was nervous about bodies flinging her way and hitting her where she's with child.
Hey,
and she was going to sit right there.
She knows what goes down at the Barnyard Beatdown.
It gets crazy. I mean, one year they almost took the lights down. So.
Oh, Zayden just with a hammer. Ronnie with that forearm right to the chin. And a vicious chop. Yeah, I see Desiree out there. She's kind of up close to the ring trailer. Oh, Zayden with that drop kick.
But she was planning to sit in the front. Elizabeth asked her to sit in the front row. You know, they had chairs set up for her in the front row from State Farm Insurance, who was one of our show sponsors. And she was going to sit in the State Farm Insurance chairs. And she picked it up and moved it back because she was afraid that bodies were going to come flying and kick her. Because that's the reputation of the beatdown.
Well, they don't call it the beatdown for no reason. There's going to be some beatings going around inside this barn, Nikki. And unfortunately for Ron Mathis and the fans, is Pure Trash Ron Mathis receiving a beatdown at this point. But something tells me that this match is far from over. Ronnie, he's always got a lot of fight in him. And I've said this about Ron Mathis, and I mean it. This guy, you basically, he's too tough for his own good at some points. He just, there's no give in this guy. There's no stop in this guy. He will fight as long as his body will let him, as long as there is a breath in his lungs.
It's instinctual.
Yes. One of the toughest guys to ever lace up the boots. Pure Trash Ron Mathis. And the fans rallying behind Ronnie. And let me tell you something. That means a lot to a competitor like Ron Mathis. Know that he's got the fans in his corner, in his side. Oh, as he flies out of the ring. That Copeland pulled that top rope down, and Mathis looks like he might have hit his head on the way out. And Jack Andrews all over him, driving that spine into the side of the ring. Ronnie incapacitated in the corner, but he moved out of the way. Oh, but Andrews with an elbow, and now Andrews going up top. He's looking to take flight, Nikki.
Whoa.
Oh, was going for a Hurricane Rana, but Ronnie caught him. And now spin him around in a sit-out power bomb from Ron Mathis. But Ronnie, he's hurting too bad to really capitalize on this right now and get that tag, Nikki.
Nothing to see here, folks. Just Terrifier in the front row.
Yeah.
Art the Clown.
Okay. Bruce just got tagged in. Catching Copeland. Right upside the head. Send him flying. And here's that Bruce Foo. He is lethal with them kicks. Taking out both members of Awesome Odyssey and Zayden Kane. Bruce whipping Copeland into the ropes and a big face buster, flapjack face buster off the ropes. Basically just walking on him and a leg drop. Zayden Kane with that save though. That might have been it, Nikki. Zayden, he's going for a suplex. Bruce blocked it though. And a face buster on Zayden. for Brucey. And he's trying to figure out where he's at. Big tag to Shane Douglas. And here comes the franchise. House of Fire in the ring. Catching Zayden with a flurry of punches. Then Zayden with a blow to the throat. And Ron Mathis just jacking Zayden Kane in the jaw. These guys are just throwing down. Oh, Zayden caught Mathis in the throat.
I think I just saw Zayden make a gesture.
He did. Here comes Laura Page. Page is holding Mathis. That's illegal.
Come on.
That's illegal. Oh, Zayden, he's getting ready. He just kicked Laura Page right in the mouth. Jack Andrews slung over the top rope. Ron Mathis, fly. Ronnie, fly. Taking everybody out. Copeland still in the ring. You better watch your back, young man. Bruce with a DDT. Bruce has caught him with a DDT. And now Shane, belly to belly from Shane. That's it. Shane Douglas at DDTrash.
Here are your winners, the team of DDTrash and the franchise, Shane Douglas.
Have you had more fun in the ring than that?
Never.
This was great, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Man, what you guys did out there was awesome.
And you know what?
Yes, sir.
That's 2 matches down for the new triple threat. Not that he's given us permission to call ourselves that yet. 2-0, and we're just going to keep on going. Ain't that right, Brucey?
That's exactly right, Ronnie. Since 1991, I've thought about a few things, and that's beating people up alongside the franchise. Now, let's go get some rats, Ronnie.
Oh,
Wait
yeah.
a second. Nick Hamrick, you know what the deal is, what the agreement was. When my boys took care of your boys, we decide who's the real triple threat and who wants to be the pretend franchise players. Didn't even sound good, right? So Nick Hamrick, I want you to look into my eyes. Look into my eyes because I'm coming for you, Nicky boy. I'm coming for you, and I'm gonna franchise your ass.
Your ass is in so much trouble. Smells like shit.
Our next contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by Riddick, and hailing from Fargo, North Dakota, here is Shane Storm. And his opponent, hailing from Winfield, West Virginia, here is Emily Rose.
All right, Nikki. Big semi-main event here. We got Emily Rose.
Hometown girl. We are in Winfield, West Virginia.
Absolutely. And she's got quite a few people cheering her on tonight. You know, her mom's here. She's got family, friends. They're wanting her to see her beat Shane Storm tonight.
Shane Storm has come dressed in all of the animal prints that there could possibly be.
Well, the one that really sticks out to me is the orange Bengal colors.
Yeah.
As anybody knows me knows I'm a huge Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Thursday night, the Bengals with a big upset of the Steelers, which I don't think too many people see that coming. But Shane Storm he let me know about it. In typical Shane Storm fashion, he liked to rub it in a little bit.
So you two are rooting for Emily Rose.
Absolutely, 1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000,000%. A billion. And you can kind of see why. Look at Shane's attitude. Jim Lawrence, the official, he's just looking to do his job. He's looking to check Shane Storm, make sure he doesn't have any foreign objects. And Shane Storm doing his normal shenanigans, Nikki.
Well, I would be looking out for Riddick, who is also outside of the ring. He's been known to harbor an object
or two.
An object or two.
Oh, absolutely. That dude is shady as all get out. And I'm used to being around shady people, and he takes the cake.
Wow, very thorough examination here. Jim looking even under his headband. This is a little more thorough than I think we should be. I see why.
You see why? He found a chain. He's going to beat that young lady in the head with that chain.
I know I said anything goes here at the barn, but I think that might be the line.
Within reason. Within reason. It's one thing, you got an Extreme Rules match or a Barnyard Bunkhouse match. This is a match pitting a young up-and-coming woman athlete against a grown man, and he's coming in there with a chain. Lord knows what else Riddick's got on him.
I'm sure something.
But these guys are looking to spoil the homecoming of Emily Rose here in Winfield in front of her friends and family, Nikki. Shane backs her into the corner. Wow, a clean break. That might be a first.
Probably the only that we'll see.
Yeah. That'd be the only time you see it tonight. I would bet everything I got in my pocket on that, which is like $27.50.
Shane Storm letting himself get a little distracted right now by the adoration for Emily Rose. Emily Rose, we did see on AEW.
Fighting the Megan
Yes.
Bang.
Yes.
Yeah, how cool that was, and how proud we all are of Emily Rose. Shane doing some girl push-ups. What is he trying to prove there?
I don't even know that those were proper girl push-ups.
Well,
And I put in girl in air quotes because girls can do regular push-ups, so maybe unfair to call that a girl push-up.
Okay, I went to school a long time ago.
Okay.
And that is what the gym teachers called it back then. Okay, so I don't know. I ain't trying to offend nobody, but yeah, that's basically
because girls can do a standard push-up.
All right, all right. I know you're enjoying this intergender match, but you can quit bowing up on me, okay, Nikki Walters? Look.
I got farm strength, all right?
I know you do, and I don't want none, all right? Emily Rose.
Shane Storm also doesn't want none. So he's getting some.
So while we have a minute, we were talking about this a little bit before the show. The significance of we've got people that we have followed for years and years, and Shane Storm being one. Like this show, between some of the competitors, we got Shane Storm, who we used to follow regularly in the old XMCW days in the early 2000s when we would go to the Nitro Community Center every 2 weeks. XMCW was on fire back then. And Shane Storm was one of the main reasons. What a great heel that he was and continues to be. It's like, I get a little mad at him, but there's something about Shane Storm. He's somebody you love to hate. Somebody you enjoy to boo.
And there's a sense of nostalgia for us, since, especially for me, since my wrestling
Emily with a drop kick.
Wrestling love started with independent wrestling versus, it starting with TV wrestling. So Shane Storm, part of the first wrestling product I ever consumed. ever. So
on a regular basis.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember you were head over heels, like once you discovered.
not for Shane Storm. Let's pump the brakes for independent wrestling. Let's chill out. All right, so
Go on.
no, that was all. So Shane Storm, part of like my first wrestling exposure, and so this show in previous years also, because we had the Lynch brothers on a show.
Yes.
On the Barnyard Beatdown. So the
Alan Lynch, aka Mr. X, a big part. The owner, Booker of XMCW, and his brothers, who were regulars on those shows.
So this show, the Barnyard Beatdown in particular, is a show that Mike Kelly and I kind of collaborate on a little bit as well, maybe more than some of the other shows, and it always just seems to bring together some of the people that have that are representative of different eras of wrestling that we have loved. We had Otis Cover in the past, Bobby Beverly, who kind of, for me, symbolized those summers of GCW travel during the pandemic and falling in love with that sort of stuff. And then, of course, Madman Pondo. It would really be, like, for me, like, the pathway into my love of deathmatch wrestling, which we're not doing deathmatch here. That's where I draw the line. Like, I love it, but like, we're not doing
we talked
that
about
here.
our opinions of the difference between deathmatch and hardcore.
We do hardcore matches here, but not deathmatch wrestling.
But yeah, so Shane Storm being a big part of your early love of pro wrestling. Madman Pondo also a part of XMCW, but when he really became big to you was the IWA East Coast run.
Oh wait, I see something happening.
Something is going. There's always something.
I got dust in my eyes. I can barely see.
But then just to finish this off, so we can call the rest of the match. But then you have the Shane Storms and Madman Pondos. But then he's up and look at him just fish hooking the mouth of Emily. But then you have the new blood, the Emily Roses, the GenZs,
the
Corey Sparks,
the people who signify wrestling for us
in the contemporary,
and we're out of
now.
We're out of the seats and into a different perspective of wrestling. So really, all encompassing a lot of wrestling love for us, all in one place.
Okay, Emily, she's getting beat down, and the experience of Shane Storm, as well as his basic just disdain for the rule book and anything of that nature, has him gaining the upper hand at this juncture.
I'm keeping my eye on Riddick too.
Oh, you better always keep your eye on Riddick.
There's some BS getting ready to go down.
Emily with the neck breaker.
Always.
Emily with a neck breaker, but she's still too beat up to really capitalize at this point. As referee Jim counting them both down. Come on, if they both get counted down at 10, it's going to be a double count. Emily back to her feet and Shane back to his feet too. Emily catching him with an elbow and a clothesline from Emily Rose. Whooping him into the corner and falling in there with a big elbow. And what she got in mind here? Just whipping him down to the mat and going for the pin. Shane Storm kicking out at 2. Emily Rose, oh, she is fired up right now. Emily got him up.
My God.
Emily's got him up, but Shane Storm behind her. Just slings super kick from Shane Storm. Just caught her right in the face. Emily's hurting right now. And Shane with a cover. But that was kind of a little bit of a lazy, lapsadaisical cover there. You ain't going to beat Emily Rose covering her like that. I don't care if you just did kick her in the face. You're basically going to have to knock her unconscious.
Oh, what's he looking for?
Yeah, and here comes Riddick. And here comes Riddick distracting the referee while Shane Storm, he got a chair out from under that ring. Wait a minute, that's an old trick out of Eddie Guerrero's book. He's like, and Emily's like, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Look at this. Look at this. And this is the kind of craziness that goes down anytime Shane Storm steps in the ring, Nikki. The chair's been broken. And now they're fighting over it right in front of the referee. Kind of reminds me when my mom would walk in the room when I was in the middle doing something I shouldn't be doing.
I don't envy referee Jim, really. This is rough.
Now, referee Jim Lawrence, our senior official, I thought he'd seen and done it all, but this might be...
Take the cake.
Yeah. Okay, Emily off the ropes. Oh, double clothesline. Both competitors clotheslining each other. And Shane, wait a minute, Riddick just handed Shane something.
Jim's just trying to check on Emily. Can't turn your back for 2 seconds on these two.
And here comes Riddick, back up on the apron again, distracting the official. I wish this dude would just get banned from ringside. Oh, that's some powder. Emily just slung that powder in Shane's face. That way, Shane going for the pin on Jim. What the heck is going on here? I feel like, wait a minute, Emily up behind Shane. Emily Rose with a big victory at the Barnyard Beatdown 5.
Emily Rose!
That was a lot of twists and turns. Oh my gosh.
Nitro, West Virginia. Winfield, West Virginia. I just want to thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight and witnessing my hard-fought victory against Emily Rose.
What? You didn't win. You got your butt handed to you.
I'm not sure we were watching the same match. Thank you for your love and support. I can't wait to see you again.
I'm not sure if we're living in the same dimension.
Maybe we need to
Not off to a
call
good
an ambulance
start
or
for
something.
Shane Storm, ladies and gentlemen.
Emily Rose. I've wrestled Jerry. Oh my God, my eyes. I've wrestled Jerry Lawler. I've wrestled Dusty Rhodes. I've wrestled Tito Santana, and I've beatish them all. Don't look it up, just trust me. But my point is this: I fight every match with the heart of a champion, a hard-working, fighting champion. And you have the audacity to take shortcuts to throw powder in my face. So I'll tell you, Emily, keep your head on a swivel, because this isn't over, Emily. Not by a long shot. Let's go.
5 main event. It is to be contested for the Appalachian Championship Wrestling Super H Championship. No disqualification, no count out. This match is Extreme Rules.
Ah, come on! Extreme Rules! Hey, come
Let's hear it. Hey, Extreme Rules.
Oh, great is this guy.
You know, but if you don't, my name is A.J. And making their way to the ring, the lovely Miss Caressa, the enforcer, British, and coming in at 7 feet tall, 364 pounds, hailing from the great state of North Carolina. He's the man with 100% pure greatness in his family. Your Super 8 champion, he is handsome Nick
That 100%. Introducing first, accompanied by the enforcer Rick and the lovely Miss Caressa, with their manager Dick Vickers, the ACW Super H champion, you ready for this? Handsome Nick Hamrick. And his opponent, Barnyard Beatdown 5, let's welcome the hardcore icon, Madman Pondo! What's up, Winfield?
So I'm looking outside this ring, and I count 1, 2, 3, 4. And I look in my corner, and I count 1. And I think that is very unfair. So I say, you all better go get some more men if you're gonna beat me. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. If me and dumbass over here come your way, move, get out of the way, because we're about to kick the shit out of each other. Are you cool with that?
Great. Now you got Pondo talking like that, Nikki.
Pondo got the memo about the word ass, but the other word was not on the approved list.
Okay.
Out of the way.
So this thing's getting ready to kick off. It's going to be a war. Anybody that's remotely familiar with Madman Pondo know that he is exactly that, a madman. He's a maniac in the ring. Nothing is off limits. Any kind of weapons, any kind of tactics. And Nick Hamrick, you know, he likes to do some crazy tactics. Madman Pondo, like, lives in that.
Well, what I was thinking when Pondo came out, the way I was going to describe it was Pondo's at home, and then Nick is like the visitor. You know, he's on vacation there.
The world of hardcore is where Madman Pondo resides. When you book Madman Pondo, you know it's going to be a hardcore match. Like, that's what he does. That's what he does. And Nick Hamrick, I mean, he's a very successful, but he is a more traditional style wrestler. But, it's Pondo slamming Nick's head.
Pondo fresh off of the War Games with GC Dub.
Oh gosh! So yeah,
they recognize that jersey from that show in particular.
So let me tell you a little something. Like I had the opportunity. Like I was at that War Games in Atlantic City, the Game Changer Wrestling versus Juggalo Championship Wrestling, and that was a week ago today. And when Madman Pondo suplexed Mr. Danger off the top of that cage, that light tube contraption, I remember thinking, I'm like, well, we're going to have to figure out a different main event for next Saturday. But Madman Pondo, this guy is so tough.
Feels no pain.
Like, I don't know. He is not I mean, we know he's not normal, but he ain't built normal. He's built like a tank.
I think part of Nick Hamrick is about to not be normal either.
Oh, and we've seen this before. Pondo's got that cinder block. He's got it propped in a very sensitive,
precarious
area. And now that sledgehammer. That might be it right there. That might be it. But guess what? This Extreme Rules, Nikki. Anything is legal in this match. Basically, the referee, the only thing a referee is there to do is to count that pinfall or get that submission. And look at all the fans that whenever Pondo got on there and said, like, hey, when we start fighting out there, get out of the way.
I think they believed him.
Look at all these fans that ran from the bleachers. Oh, look at them.
You know who didn't run? Michelle Myers.
Michelle Myers didn't run. Because she's wanting a little...
Get up, Trey!
Oh. And guess what? Michelle, she's getting ready to get her a little something right here. Oh!
Titty twister!
Oh!
Titty twister!
Absolute! And a double chop! Right to the area that she just twisted.
It's a teat twister in a barn.
But yeah, as you see all the people, they had back. Those are the people who was on the bleachers a minute ago. When they seen this craziness start to go down, oh, Miss Caressa just climbed on top of Madman Pondo, allowing Nick Hamrick to gain the advantage. But you see all those people that they just hit the bricks off the bleachers. They're like hiding behind the bleachers. So this maniac, Madman Pondo, doesn't.
They don't see stuff like Madman Pondo every single day. I mean, we are conditioned to Pondo. Others may not be. This may be their first introduction.
I'm the man with 100%.
Nick Hamrick. And we were talking to Nick Hamrick a little bit. And Madman Pondo, one of his inspirations, even though their styles very different.
Right. Nick Hamrick has a history of watching Madman Pondo and, has a certain amount of respect for what Madman Pondo does and for what he has brought to the West Virginia wrestling scene over the years. And so...
Oh, Pondo! Grabbing Nick up. But yeah, Nick will explain to us that his first exposure to independent wrestling was IWA East Coast and Madman Pondo.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know that he is as thrilled with his decision to engage in this match as he was originally.
Probably not right now. Probably not right now, I'd say. Oh! And there goes that chia pet that lives on top of Dick Bicker's head. Oh! But Nick, he took Madman Pondo's weapon and was just blasting him in the back with it. And now slamming his head into that door that's on the apron of the ring, Nikki.
Looks like Pondo's bleeding.
Pondo already busted open. Oh, and that's just going to get it opened up, cut open even more as Nick putting that trash can on top of Pondo's head.
Oh my God!
Just hammering it with that crutch. Multiple times. Oh, but Pondo giving him a little back. And Pondo's stalking his prey, and he's going to show Nick how it's done here.
He's going to show the fans why he told them to back up also. I think blood will be shed. Oh, come on.
Riddick getting involved. And this guy just absolutely just interfering in that last match, interfering in this one. I like to see him get fined, suspended. Something needs to go down with this guy.
He's got spanked.
But while Pondo is fighting Riddick, that has given Nick Hamrick very valuable time to recover. And Riddick was going after Pondo with that trash can lid. Pondo whipping to the ropes. There you go. Oh, but Hamrick just cracked Pondo with that barbed wire crutch, and now he's got the trash can lid. This thing out of control.
I think Nick Hamrick is starting to feel more at home here. After
What? Whoa, he must be. Did you see what he just picked up?
I did.
A staple gun, Nicky. Nick Hamrick, he must be feeling at home. Oh, and we ain't seen this for a while. Probably since the days of IWA. These coaches, he just stapled that dollar bill to Madman Pondo's face. And now he's got another one. But Pondo with a low blow. And keep in mind, 100% perfectly legal in this match. And then Pondo, he just stapled that dollar bill to Nick's chest. Tell him to be quiet. Oh, he just stapled him in the nuts, Nicky. He just stapled him right in the nuts.
How much more punishment can Nick Hamrick's nuts take in this match is my question.
He's already took a center block to it.
How much more punishment?
Miss Caressa is not going to be happy about this. And now Pondo, he's got him. Oh, look, he's got that knife, and he's just carving the forehead of Nick Hamrick. Absolutely just. I mean, but you want Extreme Rules? You want hardcore wrestling, Nick Hamrick?
Oh my God.
You got it.
Meet Madman Pondo. And at this rate, the way this is going, oh, and Pondo's setting up that barbed wire chair in the corner. And now look at, but the chair moved, luckily for Pondo, but then Nick Hamrick following him up, laying that barbed wire chair down, and then all this bulldog face buster. Pondo just got a face full of barbed wire, Nicky. And Hamrick going for that pin, but Pondo kicking out at 2. And keep in mind, this is a title match. Oh, Pondo just cracked Hamrick with that barbed wire chair.
Pondo has an answer for every question that Nick Hamrick throws out there. And I don't think that Nick is really prepared for all of the different ways that Pondo can use these weapons for a victory.
I know he's studied the tapes. He's watched Pondo for years. But there's a big difference between watching something and having to live it. And I mean, kudos to Nick Hamrick for having the guts and the bravery to step in there with a Madman Pondo. But this might be the end of Nick Hamrick's Super H title run tonight in Winfield. As Pondo going up, climbing up to the second rope. Oh, it just slams Hamrick's face into that door. This might be it, Nicky. Hamrick kicking out at 2, but that was close. That was more like 2.5, 2 3/4. Very close to getting a new Super H champion.
Pondo wants another door.
Oh, here comes that one goof. I guess he's good for something.
Dick Finger's hair grew back suddenly. Grew back, air quotes.
Nick busted open, Pondo busted open. These fans here in Winfield are just aghast at the violence that they're seeing right in front of them.
Aghast but loving it because I hear a one more time chant rolling through the place.
It's complicated.
Right. Mixed emotions.
It's like a roller coaster. It's so scary that you love it. Okay, and now you got Pondo. He's going for it again, and he almost got him on that last one. If he could do, wait, here comes Dick Vickers and Riddick. They're holding Pondo, and look, here comes Hamrick, catching Pondo, and then just slamming him right through that door, Nicky. He's slamming through that door, and he's getting on top. Big win for Nick Hamrick. What? I'd have to. Nick Hamrick's held that title for almost a year. I would still have to consider that somewhat of an upset, given that this was an Extreme Rules match.
Champion, handsome Nick Hamrick.
Unbelievable. Nick Hamrick on a roll as he continues that winning streak, defeating Madman Pondo.
Wrestling fans, let's give it up for the hardcore legend.
Still so great to have Madman Pondo back.
Show your reverence to the icon of Madman Pondo. This man has traveled the world, and he's in the house tonight in Winfield, West Virginia. Thanks to Appalachian Championship Wrestling.
Great seeing Pondo. I hope we get to see him back. But hey, thanks everybody for checking out our stuff. Be sure to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next week.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Shane Douglas, Chance Prophet, and now Madman Pondo, baby.
There we go.
You can just call me the new Legend Killer. And in fact, Pondo, I think he's still around.
I think he is.
I think he's still around.
I saw him.
He thinks this is over. Not a chance. Now, come on, let's go get his ass right now.
Nick Hamrick, I'm one guy. You got 4 people out there. You think that's fair? I'm gonna show you what's fair. This is gonna be a Nick Hamrick suppository next time I see you. So when I do see you, it's your ass! ACW! 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 ACW!